So I have this idea. Um, on my gaming channel, I thought about it. I haven't created a gaming channel yet. But I'm going to create it pretty soon. I'm working in the inner workings right now, kind of making it kind of realistic feel to it. But you know what I was thinking, like, um, if like hypothetically my stream popped off, right? I started getting a bunch of followers, a bunch of people wanting live streams, and I started getting like super chats and stuff like that. Well, if I got popular, won't happen. But if I did, what could happen in my simulation that I'm creating is people could pay me to make them in my simulation, put them in my simulation. And if they pay me enough, like, hey, I'll give you $5. Can you make this content? So like with my content, I'm probably gonna be making like the games. I basically just want to let the computer simulate it, and then just like videotape it. So it'd probably be like an hour or something like that. But if somebody gave me money, like first off to put them in the game, like, hey, I'll give you. I don't even know what the how much money it would be, but I suspect it would probably be really cheap, maybe like 50 cent super chat or like a dollar super chat or something, and then like they like or whatever, they send it to my Bitcoin wallet. You know what I mean? So we just bypass all that. You just send the funds right to my wallet. Um, so what would happen is if I was popular and more people wanted me to create them in the simulation, I would have to like up the price, because this is how I would have to do it anyway. I already have like a general theme going on, which I'm gonna show the content of, and that's the content I'm gonna document. So if they wanted me to like document them specifically, so if I was making like a simulation of WWE, right? And they're like, blah blah blah. Well, I'm gonna so like if I was to make a WWE type of simulation, it's like doing all this, running all the simulations, and then when we get to like the main event, it's like, okay, I guess whoever pays me the most money gets to go into the main event. You know what I mean? Or it's just like if you want me to, uh, like if it's like, so I'm creating a football simulation. So if somebody wanted me to create their character in the game and then like document how their character does, and then possibly like the more that they give me, more money that they give me, I will make them better and better. Like I probably would just start them off like basically, um, maybe like for football, a 4 or 5 star recruit. So they would probably start out as a freshman around 75 to 80. Just depends on how much money they gave me. You know what I mean? Like so they can dictate their character a little bit. And if they did that, if they wanted me to like document each game on my channel, I could do that. I can like go there, show them the stats, and then at some point, like I could recreate the league, and then I could have them actually come in and control the teams. That would be the ultimate goal, is to have like real people who are subbed, like building a community, have that community where basically I run the league, and then like these people, like they run their teams, you know what I mean? So like that would be like the ultimate. So I'm like so interactive, and that'd be just, if I was to do that, like I couldn't have a regular job, obviously, and to run this type of like something like this, you would have to have so much free time where I would have to have someone work for me, to be honest. Like I would like what especially with all the creativity, like all the different projects I do, to have to do like monotonous regular human tasks where it's like I gotta do my laundry, or I gotta do the dishes, I gotta go to the grocery store. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to balance my checkbook. Like, I don't want to balance my budget. And I don't want to go to work. This is, this is my job because I'm giving people a form of entertainment. And not only are they entertained, but they're interacting as well. And possibly, it would be cool as hell if they started their own little channels, and like when they made their team or whatever, and they started like, instead of me creating all the content. So like they basically could come on to my brand and then, get clout too as well. You know what I mean? And it could be interactive, and then they can make money if they get followers and stuff like that. And you can see how this could like really blown up to something really huge that can last for a long time. And it could be pretty damn entertaining as well. If, people, obviously people like whatever you create, whatever simulation you create. But like, this is what I'm saying. Basically, what I'm trying to say is content creators in the future, because everything is basically by AI. Even Elon was saying that. He said that everything is basically, you're not even really going to have apps or anything like that. You're just going to pretty much think it, because we're pretty much all going to get the chips in the brain anyway. You're pretty much going to think, and AI is just going to make it happen. So, you think of a movie idea and you don't have to put it in, you don't have to type it in or nothing. You just think it, and then like AI just goes in. Yes, I know it's dangerous, but like, we are all being surveillanced anyway. So I don't know. I don't know. So, anyway, so like, but with my thing is, I think that part of humans' purpose in the future is a big sector of our population would just be like, their purpose is just to consume. You know what I mean? Like, they're just consumers. They watch. They're observers. They observe and document. Like, they watch it, and then they can leave a comment, and they, you know what I mean. So for the simulation, what they think. But I think a lot of people would rather the simulations just be made, the worlds, the themes, everything that goes behind it, and they just want to go in there and they just want to have everything set up and they just want to play. You know what I mean? They just want to interact, like something like that I'm thinking of, like where you can like create your own basic little business out of a YouTube channel, which people are doing, but like with gaming, and it's so weird how the games don't have a digital currency that you can, like a cryptocurrency. It's absolutely amazing. They should just use Bitcoin, to be honest, but like, what do I know? So yeah, definitely, yeah, that's something I would like to do too. Like, I would rather, instead of getting super chats, I would rather just like people send me crypto right to my wallet. And then, I would just have like a regular digital wallet for that. So it's for documentation for the government for taxes and stuff like that. But then I bypass all of this extra fees and stuff that like a Rumble, like Rumble, I don't know what they're gonna take out, but like a YouTube, you know how they get a certain percentage. Like if these YouTubers were just like, hey, so that's why we need more people to get into crypto. I mean, and stable coins or whatever, but like this is where like I'm so far ahead of everybody. And it's frustrating. It's so frustrating to live with like regular people when I'm like, I feel like an alien. To be honest, I feel like an alien. I feel like I'm out of touch. Like not out of touch, but like I know I'm in the know and they're not. And it's just like, and I try to talk, and if I try to talk about any of it, it's like, you're weird. You're weird. So, some of them are. There's some people like I've met. It's rare, but they're open minded. You know what I mean? But I find that most people, just regular people, are just not very open minded and they're not very creative. But yeah, and yeah, that's something that I think that people can do, and I'm surprised that they don't do more of it. Maybe they are. I don't know because I'm not in that industry. You know what I mean? I don't have a Twitch. You know, I don't have a Kick or whatever. I just gonna splice two things. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make content so people can look out besides looking at me, and then I could talk about the things I want to talk about over top of the games. You know what I mean? Over top of the videos. And if I get more of a following, I can start editing and making videos. Like I don't want to waste my time editing videos and doing all extra stuff if nobody's watching. But if people are watching, yeah, I'll take the time and make them look a little bit better, a little spruce them up a little bit. It doesn't have to be. I wouldn't put too much effort into it, you know, like a lot of these people do. But I would get clean some things up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like actually watch my content before I upload it. Like I don't. You know what's kind of funny is I really don't watch most of my content. I don't listen to it. I make it and I just upload. I don't. It's just like whatever is on my mind at that time. And obviously if you watch my content, you know that I like go to all different things because I'm so scatterbrained. I'm a generalist. I'm basically a generalist. So I kind of envy people now because being something specialized and being like knowing like being a master in one thing is just like something so hard for me to do. So I like to have a general knowledge about a lot of different things. Sometimes I go deeper in other things, and it just depends like how much I want to learn when I want to learn. So yeah, that's kind of like how I make these videos. Honestly, I don't really even. Sometimes I might listen to it, but I don't even really like go back and listen to my content unless like I'm trying to find something that, you know, I'm looking at one of my videos and I'm like, holy crap, this did happen. Or something that kind of rhymed with what I was saying back then, you know, like an idea. I'm trying to document my ideas. Like I just uploaded 2 movie ideas that I thought of with when I can start making AI movies. So one is going to be I'm just going to give the plot. I'm not going to tell you what's going to happen, but this is the general consensus of the movie, TV show, series, or movie, whatever. What are movies? Just basically longer versions of TV shows. They're basically like series now. Like, so it's just kind of funny. So basically I would be how I am now, but extremely famous. I would be like Mr. Beast or something like that. And then somebody would hate me, and they would want me gone. They would want me dead, right? They want me dead. So they would hatch a plan to basically find where I'm at, then make me turn on my social media to live stream ending me in front of everybody for fame too. That's how they want to get famous. So that's one of my movie ideas. Obviously, I'm not giving you the ending. But that's the basic plot of that movie. And I had another movie idea as well. Let's see if I can keep talking while I'm searching this. Okay, another movie idea that I was thinking of is corrupt judges in like a Gotham City, like a Batman type of like scenario, something like that. Corrupt judges and DA, district attorneys, who are funded by these elitists, right? These new world order globalists, right? Who have all this money, and what they want to do is divide and destroy our country from within, so they can implement the whole new like control, like it's just them controlling the whole world. So like the one of the DAs, somebody murders somebody, right? And they basically dismiss the case and let the person back on the street. Then that person murders another person. And then what happens is this time the DA has to do something. So the family of the new victim, one of these people, decides to go punish her on that DA. Because obviously that person could have put this person away and they chose not to. So they seek Punisher-like justice against the corrupt politician, corrupt government leader. Or I might, do something similar with like a police chief that is taking similar bribes or whatever, control from like a something like that. It could be a spinoff. But like I feel like I want to document these, because if somebody maybe these are already thought of or they've already been created. I don't think so. But I don't watch anything new really, so they could be created. I don't know. Somebody could be on my same wavelength. But I definitely want to document these, so like if somebody does create something like this before I pass away, maybe I pass away tomorrow, who knows, I could pass away anytime. It's either like they like, I don't care. I don't even care if people steal my ideas. Just like, and it does well. Just give me credit. And yeah, if it does really well, like I like a bone thrown at my way, because yeah, like I need something. Like I need like people thrown my way. It, if it's not going to be resources, but I need people thrown to my content to boost my content up. So I can, like, dude, I just want to be good with money. I don't want to have to work a job. Like I feel like I can create a lot of different types of entertainment that maybe people would enjoy, people would be interested in. So maybe I'm not, maybe I won't, but at least I can come up with ideas. That's what I am. I'm like an idealist as well. Like I come up with these different ideas. And I'm fine seeing one of my ideas morphed into something else better than my current idea, but it's just like, hey, like if you're making money off of that, shout me out, like whatever, man, or just give me like, I need some credit here, man, and that credit will make me look, it will solidify me in history, because if somebody's like creating cool stuff off of my idea, it's like, okay, what other ideas does this guy have? What really, wow, that's crazy. Um, and then it'll just keep on happening, you know what I mean? Just like, oh, more and more, like, if I can't create my ideas, somebody else can, you know? It's going to be really easy to create stuff, like, to be honest. Like I said, movies are going to be easy. It's easy to create music right now. Like, all that stuff's going to be so easy to create. Video games are going to be easy to create. You're just going to be able to just like, AI is just going to be able to, boo, boo, what's your idea? I just want to know your idea and I'm going to make it for you. And then it's like, no, I don't like that there. I want this changed. Yeah, oh, okay. Then they reform. I do that all the time with AI. Like, so like right now, I'm trying to make my rosters authentic. And basically, the players that have played in the NFL, I'm trying to make them before. So like it's gonna be something different than it is now when it comes to like the players obviously on the teams. So it's just gonna be a different simulation of players that have already been on Madden basically. And then maybe, you know, some of these maybe one of these lower tier people who get upset about their likeness because they didn't become they didn't go into the league or whatever. And they didn't make a Madden roster. You know, they might try to be like, they might try to get money from me and they might get famous that way. And it's like, I help somebody get famous. You know what I mean? That would be, I help somebody out. Maybe they're not doing good in their life right now. And it's like, well, hey man, like, hey, what can we do to, dude, you're the real character, man. You're the real dude. Like, okay, dude, how about this? That like if I was that's make. How about we create a YouTube channel and then like get you going? You know what I mean? Like, let's get, instead of like you just suing me for a certain amount, like you can make money like off of forever off of this, dude. Like you'll be good. Like you'll be set. So yeah, you can be set right now, but like you're gonna have passive income. So it's just you're just gonna keep on making money off of it. And then it's like, I can help boost. I would like to help boost people up, man. But it's hard to boost people up when I'm so far down, and nobody's really boosting me. Like nobody has boosted me up. I've got retweeted a couple times by bigger accounts. I think like over 50, like 50,000. None of these big celebrities retweet my stuff. They don't follow me. They'll send me a like or something on something that they like that I've said, but they don't follow me. You know, it is rare for these people to follow me. And maybe they're just afraid to touch me because I'm kind of radical. Not too far. Not ideology, but like when it comes to vulgar. Like I'm super vulgar. I'm super duper vulgar on Twitter. Like I don't hold back. So I that's how I am if I have to defend myself to the death, basically. In person, that's how I, you know, all that's coming out. So like I'm not gonna treat somebody like junk unless they like I really dislike them. Like I totally, like they're making videos about me trashing me, you know what I mean? And like then you want me to come in and be cool with you. No, I'm gonna attack you and I'm gonna go right for like the worst insults that get under your skin that I can think of. No, I won't hold back. You know, it's kind of like at a fight for the death. Like you don't care about hitting below the waist if you're in a street fight to the death. You don't care about biting somebody. You don't care about, you know, like poking their eye. If you have to survive, man, this, you know what I mean? Like you got to do what you have to do. So like, you know, you're going to use every tactic you can to survive if you think you're going to die. Anyway, so this is why hopefully I don't see anything too bad in this video. YouTube will flag it or whatever the hell they do because they're so weak. weak and pathetic. Why people got to be like, people are so soft. Like they're trying to engineer people to be soft. It feels like it's like, no, we have to have people toughen up, man. We like real life is tough. Like go live in the woods and see how life treats you. You know what I mean? Like real life isn't. We have to. My thing was I want to protect my kids up until a certain age when it came to their innocence. And it was like when they got to be 13, you know, when they got to be a teenager, 12, 13, then I started letting them know like the real world. But like, you know, little kids stuff, it was all little kids, you know, maybe SpongeBob was a little bit too much, but you know, I thought it was okay. There's a little bit of, I liked it and I tolerated it and I thought it was okay. It was like, there wasn't anything, it was humor, you know what I mean? It's just entertainment, but there was other things that they liked too. But you know what I mean? Up into a certain, and it's like, okay, here's a real world, man. It is tough out here. Like this is how it really is. Because you have to protect that innocence for the kids, man. Like if you don't, then they'll be like so jacked up when they become adults. So you like people wonder where this mental illness stuff is coming from. It's that as well as too much in the digital realm without being in the physical realm, man. You have to balance that out. You have to be in the physical realm. You can't just be in the video game all day. If you do, like you're it's not gonna be good. Like you gotta get active. You gotta be around other people as well. You know what I mean? So it's but yeah, so who knows? You know, who knows? So yeah, I guess I just wanted to get some of my ideas out there. My movie ideas. I got a couple more. Or video game or simulations. You know, that's what they could be. That's what I basically call them. These simulations, because you're gonna be able to take whatever. You're gonna be able to take whatever movie that you've ever seen. You could put yourself as the main character. You could just like, you can stay out of it completely. You don't have to be in there at all. You just stay the observer, but maybe you change around different characters. Maybe you go like Rocky is one of my favorite movies. So you take, you know, you make Apollo Creed the hero, and then you make Sylvester Stallone the villain in the first one. You know what I mean? You reverse the roles. You know what I mean? See what it looks like. What would it look like if Rocky was all like cocky and, you know, the champion, and then you had this up and comer like where he's had it rough, you know, and it's like he's kind of hanging on by a thread, doesn't know like where he's going with his existence, and then like he beats Rocky, you know, or gives him a show like he was a nobody. You know what I mean? He wasn't going anywhere with his life. And then things started changing. Things started getting better, with some luck. I mean, not just any time a champion offers a regular person like that's something that I that's another idea is you know, like I'll probably make a movie where like Andrew Tate, you know, like where he finds out like, so I made a little TikTok, right? And I was basically making fun of him, acting like him. So let's just say, like in my movie, which is funny, is like I take the TikTok that I created and put it in there as well. So it's so crazy. You're gonna be able to take like stuff that's already on the internet and then interject it into that movie or in that simulation. It's gonna be wild. So you know, I take my TikTok and then like he's like in the movie he sees the TikTok and then he's like, oh, I blocked him? Oh, he's got, let's see if he's got a tweet. Oh, I blocked him? Really? You know what I mean? And then his brother sees that he blocked me too. And like, then they like come at me, like talk, and then he sets up a match. Well, I would rather prefer it to like, if I wanted to be more realistic, it would be like one of these MGTOW guys. It would be like somebody like a Rollo Tomasi, but that guy's blocked me. But well, let's just say I could possibly make this happen in real life. Let's just say I super chatted something, blah 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 blah, and it enraged him. And I worded it properly to get him to engage. And then I got him to get in an MMA ring with me, right? Let's just say, because I'll do that. Like, if one of these prominent figures wants to box me or have an MMA match, sure. I don't want to fight anybody in the street. Like, that's not something that I want to do because there's too much danger with that. I don't want anybody getting hurt. So, but yeah, any of these, because this is one of my ideas before where, you know, people have a problem on Twitter with each other, then why don't they just duke it out in real person and then we'll film it, we can watch it, we can bet on it. You know, maybe they throw like, you know, maybe the mafia gets involved in. I'm just saying, like, I think that somebody can make that into a TV show, kind of like Bully, you know, like the show, I think it was on MTV, where, you know, you fly these people out and they have a problem with each other on Twitter, and you people that are probably like, they have more clout than me because I'm basically a nobody on there. So and then they can like, we can film it. But then we should have a digital version as well, kind of like a Mortal Kombat, where I can fight you and like we fight each other and we can bet on it too. So like, it's like, I really don't want to battle you, dude. Okay, okay, you're going to put this much on there? Okay, cool. Or maybe too, it's like, maybe I don't want to battle you, but you're like, I'll pay you to battle you because it's going to boost my cred. Other people are going to watch this and they're going to wonder who I am. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is boosting people up. It seems like all the big people, they just want to keep themselves boosted up. They don't want to lift anybody up. It is pointless for me to try to lift anybody up right now. It is absolutely, unless they want to gain like 100 followers basically over like a month, which could be a lot for them if they're just sitting at like 200, but it's not really gonna do anything. I'm so limited in my reach because of social media blocking me on everything. Not blocking me, but like censoring me. So it's hard for me to like boost, and I wish I could, you know, that would be good. That's what I'm just like wondering, like, God, you know, I think I'm on the good side here. So like, and I think I'm trying to spit the truth. Why? I know we've had our problems in the past, you know, like, it seems like you're working against me, dude. Like, are you working against me, man? Like, why are you working against me, dude? Like, I'm trying to help the cause. Like, I basically am at the point where, maybe it's because I'm doomed to go to hell because I sold my soul. But I didn't sell my soul because I didn't get what I wanted. So it's like it wasn't sold. So maybe I don't know. Maybe I sold it for nothing. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe I sold it for nothing and I'm going to go to hell forever. And I'm just a mercenary. But it's like, I'm to the point where I think that we should only allow Christians in office. I'm to that point. Any type of leadership in our government should only be a Christian. Like, I'm to that point. And then people will, oh, what about the Fourth Amendment? You have the right to express your freedoms of religion on your own terms. But yeah, we don't want your culture in our government. I don't know what to tell you. This is a Christian country, and if you don't like that it's a Christian country, you don't have to be here. You can get the hell out of here. You can still, you know, do your religion, but you're not going to be in office. We don't want that stuff in office. Like, we don't want that type of crap. We don't want that culture. to be the mainstream. We don't want it to be the norm. So like, I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. But yeah, that's where we're at. We're a Christian-based country. And I got some more ideas on this that I will put on my other channel, because YouTube and people can't really think that well. So people take things the wrong way. I'm basically for civil society. That's basically where I'm at. I want the whole world to have a civil society, but I don't control the world. I don't control the country I'm in. But it would be nice if we can be a high trust society again that's got the lowest crime in the whole world, the lowest poverty, which we should have the lowest poverty, the healthiest country. We're the best at every sport again. Because you can see the Europeans taking over the NBA. We'll see. Cooper Flag's pretty good, so we'll see about that. But yeah, and another thing too, like, it pisses me off with these red pill guys and the propaganda, the nerd. I'm a nerd, right? But like, these people were the ultra nerds that were completely unathletic in high school. They couldn't do anything. They couldn't catch a ball. They couldn't run right. They didn't have any good control over their body. Ultra smart people though, really, really intelligent, high IQ obviously, but they sucked. And just to see these people, how they talk now about sports, sports are basically a simulation of a battle, of a war. Like this is why people are so intrigued by sports. And most of us relate because we played some type of sport growing up. It seems like the red pill community, these red pill men, were a bunch of nerds from back in high school, and now they're like, I haven't really paid attention to these guys really. Like I like Aaron Clary. He's cool. I don't really listen to his stuff that much anymore. He's cool. I like him. Richard Cooper just repeating the same thing and just trying to sell stuff. It's like, dude, okay, like, where are you guys going with your community? You're not bringing anybody else up. Where you're like gatekeeping, like you guys are the cool kids, and you're basically like, these people are basically their content is on point. However, they fail to understand that like the environment has switched, and what they believe, which is true, has changed, and it's all warped up and everything's all jacked up right now. We don't know what the hell's gonna happen. Everyone's isolated. Nobody trusts each other. People don't have any empathy for anybody else. There's this battle between men and women right now. I call out both sides. You know what I mean? And I think that when you hear content like red pill content, red pill men content, and all they do is bash women, and they don't take any type of responsibility for men in the past or why we are in this place, it's kind of like, dude, you understand, like, you sit here and complain about women being in charge right now. They are dictating our society right now. They are basically the leaders. We're even having these professional athletes like simp for these Instagram models. Like, these Instagram models have more status than our professional athletes. So that's where we're at. Even like a Sophia Rain, like this OnlyFans prostitute. she made like what, 42 million last year. She has more like clout and is more valuable than like LeBron James. Not somebody that high, but you know what I mean. Like when you see an athlete making 30 million a year, and then like this hasn't happened. I don't know about Sophia Rain, but you know, some of these other Instagram women or whatever, models, whatever you call them, it's like they are like, hey, hey, like when they DM them or comment, hey, and then like they just make themselves look like a fool to everybody. If it's like a comment, you know what I mean? And it's like, dang, that's crazy. When it used to be the other way around, where guys were like just total. It was so crazy. All the women were basically thin. In my high school, there was one obese girl. That's it. My kid graduated. One of my kids graduated a couple years ago. Like, and there was like 8 or 10 heavy girls that just walked down that stage. Now, when I said there was only one obese girl in the whole school. So that's just 8 girls who walk. Who knows how many juniors, sophomores, and freshmen are overweight as well. So like it was so crazy back then to like all of these women are thin. Well, for me, it was girls. But when I became an adult, like they basically like were still like that. But there was like heavy girls too. But like I said, it was rare compared to now. They're just everywhere now. So like, this is what I'm talking about. I start talking like this, and then like people get too soft because I'm too realistic, man. I'm too realistic. I tell too much truth, and that people don't like that. People don't like when you tell the truth, man. Unless you fluff it up, and I'm just flat out giving you the truth. And yeah, and to have women all feminine, they didn't have tattoos all over the place. They weren't all pierced. And like the whole piercing stuff and the tattoos, like that was a rare thing. And then back then it was like a cool thing, but now it's like, dude, you're just a follower. You're doing it because like all the other girls do it. Like this is like the ugliest piercing ever. I always hated that on a girl. Like that was cute. That could be cute. Didn't really like the tongue thing, man. I thought that was kind of unattractive. It kind of seemed trashy. Got into this, I didn't really dig that, man. I didn't really dig anything. I mean, I think on Godsmack's cover, the girl had something like right here, and that was kind of cool looking. But for the most part, like you don't want to keep you want things to be small. You don't want things to be big. And seeing like tattoos right here on like this is like, ugh, why would you do that? And then to see like big tattoo, come on, man, like. But that's what they do now, and it makes them. And they were all feminine too. It was so crazy. It was such a different time. Makes me feel like I'm in a different type of paradigm or different type of dimension. This video has went on way longer than I thought it would go on. But today is also the EBT shut-off day. Supposed to be. I guess some judge is trying to make Trump allocate the funds to EBT. Some kind of funds that they have, like $6 billion, that will be gone in a couple of weeks anyway. So it's just like, why don't you just open the government? Why don't you just sign a deal? I'm pretty sure that the Republicans offer, which they have turned down 15 times now, the Democrats, it's very fair because these people will negotiate. It's the Democrats that refuse to negotiate. No, they want it like this, 100% how I want it, or we're gonna let our people starve. We're gonna let them starve. It's not like, okay, I can concede on this, but okay, this I want only this much. I get that. We don't have to do all. We don't have to do. No, they want all or nothing. So you can't negotiate with people like that because they can't be flexible. They can't be pragmatic like Trump is. He's pragmatic. He's flexible, like I am. You know, I might have a certain belief right now, but I get new evidence and it changes my mind. Some people think I'm a grifter because of it, and it's not. And you know, pretty much for most part, most of my beliefs have pretty much stayed the same, and except for the feminism thing. And I just don't. The big thing about the feminism thing to me is it shouldn't be pushed on all girls. It should be, hey, if you want to, cool. It should be you're available to do what you want to do. If you're like a tomboy or something and you want to go like do something, then you can, whatever. But they shouldn't be pushing it. Like they should be like pushing motherhood. Why aren't they promoting motherhood? Why aren't they promoting family? Do they make family movies anymore? Like, I'm sure they make the little animation things for the kids, but like, do they make like, you know, wholesome TV shows? Do they even make those anymore? I don't know. I don't really pay. I don't watch TV. I don't watch any new movies. So I don't have Netflix. You know, I have Tubi because it's free, but I you know, it's hard for me to watch a movie. It's hard for me to watch a movie by myself. If I have like a girlfriend or something, I'll watch a movie with her. But just for me to watch it by myself is just like, I don't really. I've seen all the movies I really wanted to see. I did watch the first Super Bowl. I watched that. That was pretty cool to watch that. But that's gonna be another simulation. You're gonna be, and I've talked about this. If you go back, you know, years ago, I think I've talked about this in one of my videos, where you'll be able to, in some simulations, like actually go back to these, and you can you I just call these simulations, man, because that's what they are. They're gonna be simulations. You can go back. You can play in the Super Bowl. You can spectate it. You can spectate it from anywhere. Or you can be the coach. You can change things up. You can interact. You can change, hey, let's go this play instead. And, you know, you can cheat and cheese it, and then like look at the Super Bowl from before and be like, okay, when we did this play, they ran this. They looked weak here on the defense, or this is how their offense is set up. They went this way, so then we'll protect that way. So we're always just like, but then like the simulation will change too. So like, yeah, you can do that for a little bit, then the game plan will change. So you're gonna have to pivot. So like it only work for a little bit, and then the AI will pivot to you. So, or you could be like a broadcaster. Maybe you have like a following, and like you just want to broadcast old games, and like you be a part of it. You can take people out, put you in. So like there's a broadcaster you like, you want to broadcast with them, and he doesn't do the same way as he did before. Something similar, but he goes based off of what you're doing, so that changes up the simulation. You know what I mean? And that can entertain people. You can be a fan. You can be a fan anywhere in the stadium. You could be the owner. You know, you can be a ref. You could be any of this stuff, and make your own simulations. But you can go back and do stuff, you know what I mean? And see how things change. Then you can go back into it, and you didn't like the way it went this way. Then you can go back and like, I want things to be this way. I want to change things to be like this. I want it to be this first Super Bowl, but I want it to be like all new gear. You know what I mean? Like all new logos, all new gear, all stuff like that. With the old players though, old setting, you know what I mean? Or you can do the new setting. You want the new stadiums, but just with the old, you know what I mean? You can mix it up to however you think. You can put yourself on there. You can play. You don't have to put yourself on there. You can play in there as yourself. You can simulate it. And watch it, or you can interact if you want, and join in. But there's like all different types, and then people, if you're, come out with cool. If you have the clout, I'm sure people will find some stuff like that. Some people will find it entertaining. I mean, people like to watch sports, right? It'll be something new off of old spin. Do you know what I mean? Like you could take old stuff and put a new spin on it, and it's better than the stuff that they're coming out with now. If you can't think of any type of new ideas. Yeah, like maybe just anything really. So like you'll be able to recreate concerts, you know what I mean? Like you'll be able to get some of your favorite band's concert off of here, whoever it is, and then be like, hey AI, recreate this into. I want to join in into. I want to watch. I want to watch. No, I want to play ukulele. I want to play ukulele on stage with them, and like their songs you're playing with them, and then you know what I mean, and you interacted that new instrument, so you can put new instruments in, and it's like you become a new member of the band. Or you take one of the members out and now you're them. You're the singer, you're the guitarist, whatever. And like you're playing in front of everybody. Or you're just a fan watching, whatever. And it's like you're interacting. Or maybe like they're out there and you're just like, you simulate like you're famous or like, hey, they're coming out. Like you're doing like a co-op with them, you know what I mean? Like you're both singing or something like that. So like, and then people might want to watch these simulations. Like, oh, that's pretty cool. Mr. Beast, or people will be able to make these themselves. To be honest, if they have, I'm just coming from the mindset of that people. There's a certain amount of people that they can't really come up with any ideas themselves, any type of creative idea, and I could be wrong with this, but I think generally, like our population, people really they can't come up with. Maybe they can though. Maybe I'm wrong. And it doesn't take. It doesn't. I don't. Maybe it doesn't take a huge. Like new fresh idea. Something like back in the day, the Beatles. You know what I mean? Like a new fresh. It just totally got everybody's consciousness zoned in on them. You know what I mean? Michael Jackson. Just everyone knows who that person is. Michael Jordan, like okay, it's still